Here with reaction, former senior counsel to President Trump, author of the book, #1 New York Times bestseller. Here's the deal, Kellyanne Conway, along with former White House Chief of Staff Reince Priebus. Kellyanne, it's simple. I paid my student loan back, and I didn't even get to finish college because I ran out of money. Every house I've ever purchased, I used my own money, and I've been working 2 full-time jobs my entire adult life. So giving free money to people in the form of a house or in the form of loan forgiveness is not something I quite comprehend.
It's not fair to the welders, the carpenters, the hairdressers, the people who chose to not go to college or who couldn't afford to go or to stay into college. It's not fair for them. It's also not fair to the people who have paid off their student loans because they've made personal financial sacrifices to allow them to do that. It also is a complete farce that they already passed something misnamed as the Inflation Reduction Act and turn around and are going to make inflation worse. Obama economist Larry Summers and others are making this point, Sean, that you're going to make education more expensive by letting these colleges know that, oh, gee, every student basically has an extra $10,000. Let's just tack it on from the beginning. But in addition to that, we are making things more expensive because they continue to spend money that we don't have on things that we don't need. And let me just conclude with this. I'm hopping mad that we have an entire political party in this country, the Democrats, who don't believe in investing into opportunity scholarships, school choice, charter schools, educational freedom. That entire party, John Fetterman's against it, Tim Ryan's against it, Raphael Warnock's against it. They're all against it. If you want to invest in education, let's front load it into these kids who have been suffering under Biden's policies for 2 years. Screen time is school time. If he really cared about funding education, he would make sure these kids with the lost learning, mental health and emotional lack of growth, as they're telling adults in their lives, he would be doing that there instead of trying to buy votes for doctors, lawyers, and MBA holders who are in their 40s somehow getting student loan forgiveness now. It's outrageous. Help our kids. They need it.
Right. And by the way, the people that paid their student loans, the people that pay their mortgages every month, it's their money that's going to go to other people for free. Right, Reince, your reaction to all of that, but more than that, this phenomenon, Democrats now are trying in their ads and on the stump to sound like they are conservative and they don't want Joe Biden to campaign for them. Why would that be?
Well, maybe because he's got the lowest approval rating in the modern history of American presidents. Only 20% of Democrats strongly support this president. He's an albatross around their neck. But you know what you and Kellyanne were talking about? It's 100% correct. Here's the problem. These Democrats don't believe in the concept of America. They believe that they're more capable of spending your money than you are. It's back to that classic Margaret Thatcher line, which is the problem with socialism is that eventually you run out of spending other people's money. And you hit all the numbers on the bingo card, inflation. It's obviously going to encourage more borrowing. Kellyanne is correct. The poor people that decided not to go to school, the irony of now I'm going to pay for the people that did go to school, couldn't afford it, borrowed the money, and can't pay it back is amazing. And it is an election gimmick. And 60% of the people here are wealthy people that are going to get this money. And 48% of those people are grad students, just like all the journalists out there that have no problem with this new executive order or whatever Joe Biden's going to do to pay off their loans too. They're all profiting off of this, off of other people's money. It's wrong. It's not American. And what Margaret Thatcher said so many years ago is actually starting to come true before our very eyes.
You know, Reince, thank you, and Kellyanne, thank you. In my last book, by the way, for the audience's sake, we appreciate you guys being with us. I wrote in Live Free or Die, Socialism and Its History of Failure. Whatever name it's given, whatever form it takes, whatever manifestation it is, it always results in the same thing. Unfulfilled promises, more poverty, and then at the end of the day, you got to calculate how much of your freedom you gave up in the name of false security given to you by your government. You know, the people that said, keep your doctor, keep your plan and save money, those people. All right, and there's ones that said, oh, it's not a recession. Oh, it's transitory. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.